the 3rd chapter, verse 3. The Most High shall, so like God came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise.
That's a precept with Revelations 1 and 7. Because when the Lord makes his appearance, he's going to come with all the chariots and every eye shall see him, man. You know what? They're going to circumvent the earth, you know.
It says, and his brightness was as the light, and he had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet.
That's the missiles. When the missiles are launched, the Lord's going to make his arrival while those missiles are flying towards their target, so that the Lord can deliver the elect specifically and strategically.
It says, he stood and measured the earth, and he beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered.
Right, that Esau think their governments are gonna go on forever, but they're gonna be brought low. Read on.
The perpetual hills did bow, his ways are everlasting. Continue on actually. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers?
I can name one river that's going to be fucked up, Mississippi.
It's going to be missing.
Fucked up. The Mississippi, the Hudson.
Yeah. I like that.
Mississippi going to be, and I believe that's the longest river in the world or something like that. Am I wrong?
It's the deepest one.
I know the Nile has got the biggest catchment.
It's one of the deepest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Biggest catchment.
Yeah, there's something about
it. Says, was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation?
Chariots of salvation, because at the same time of great judgment, there's going to be great salvation for the elect of Israel, the special chosen ones. So the Lord can show, look, I have the power over life and death. Who can say the same? Because the idols ain't going to be able to deliver their elect. I can promise you that. There ain't going to be no Muslims hiding out from there, because Allah beamed them up. Allah going to be getting burned up in the missiles.
Verse 10, the mountains saw thee and trembled, the overflowing of the water passed by, the deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high. The sun and the moon stood still in their habitation. At the light of thine arrows they went, and at the shining of thy glittering spear. Thou did march through the land in indignation.
Anger. Anger for what? For all the wickedness and the pride, man. Beginning with all this LGBT pride bullshit, man. And the people really don't know, man. Listen, like, I don't know, man. People really, Esau got people really thinking the Most High don't exist.
Thou did fresh the heathen in anger. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for
what are we teaching? Heathen Israelites, these fucking dickheads come up to the camp. You guys you racist. We're teaching what's in the scriptures. We're saying the Lord's coming for the salvation of his people. This in the scriptures. We can't read it. You can't read a page in the Bible and it don't bring up Israel. And it will bring up, you know, what's your problem, man? You know, come on, man. Come on, man. It just said it right there, man.
Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people.
That's why we got all these brothers
even for the salvation of thine, even for salvation with thine anointed. Thou wouldest.
Thine anointed. Who's the anointed? Yahweh Shai.
It says, thou woundest the head. Salakio, let me read that again. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked.
Because Esau, through that, Yahweh Shai's return, he's going to break Esau down. Esau's going to be like Batman after Bane broke his back. Yo, just take him away, you get me? My man ain't walking away. You're going to have to lift him up and carry him into captivity. He's going to wake up like,
hurt. It says, by discovering the foundation unto the next Salah, thou didst strike through with his staves, the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was
in 2 Nations 13th chapter. Read on. Okay.
done. It says, their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly. Thou did walk through the sea with thine horses through the heap of great waters. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness.
Yeah, the bass line, man. The Most High, you talk about all that drill music, them hard basses, man. The Lord has done murked up. The Most High's got the hardest bass lines, man. Them bass lines I have, man, like, ooh, you know?
That's that earthquake, bro.
You know? I could make